Oh yeah, it doesn't have a pause button, does it?
No. But hopefully this one has got working audio.
That's the wrong one. That wasn't it. That one.
Not yet. Give it a second. Give it like a minute or two. Let's see if this.
They shouldn't make this go black.
Yeah. It's loading online.
FN going down. Right?
No. Should just do that.
Oh, there you go. What the fuck?
How do you make the screen back?
Are we gonna pull him in here and let him sit for 2 minutes?
No.
All right, so there you go. Somebody has to take over some questions. We're doing this for years.
There is nothing on the other one.
What's gonna say his last name? They're working on audio.
Alessandro.
All right, how are we doing it? All right, I'm gonna start off by thanking him for coming. We'll let him know that this is for broadcasting for other brothers to see the interview. And just start off by letting him tell us a little bit about himself. And after that,
I see his new content.
ask a couple questions to Marcus. I'll let you ask a couple questions.
All right, let's decide what questions.
And no, decide what questions.
I'm gonna ask, what do you expect to take away from this return? Because that's what I really want to do. I'm gonna tell you, for sure. That's what I want to do.
I want to know what made him go Greek.
Kappa Sig, because he was originally Russian Kappa Sig, and all their events were in Kennesaw. He didn't have a car, so they took
What was
Jonathan
it?
to him
You were
directly
gonna
to
say,
Dallas.
why do you choose? Is that choose? What was it say?
ID's got the. Is it on there?
No.
No, it's what makes you think you're certified?
Solid questions.
I'm gonna ask, what do you expect to take away from this return?
So it's like a minute off delay. I want to know what made him go Greek.
3 final.
Kappa Sig, because he was originally Russian
Yeah.
Kappa Sig.
Was it
all their
3?
events were in Kennesaw. He didn't have a car, so
It's
they
3 things for
Leadership.
leadership. Yeah, loyalty.
Say, I want to. What's your friendship? I want 3 things that he thinks is.
Okay. 3 words to describe loyalty.
3 words that describe leadership. Leadership.
Okay.
That can be your final answer.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ask him, what are you gonna ask him? Alright, we're gonna after the Marcus.
Do what? So which ones are you asking? You're asking the why we want you.
You'll know.
Um,
It'll be fine. But it's just black.
Like, Larry, I'm asking whichever one. I'm changing questions depending on people. In all honesty.
And then after him, let's go to that list that you were going through.
Yeah, there weren't really that many good ones. You just take a seat and that and share it there, go to the laptop. All right, so we have a laptop broadcasting so that some of our brothers that aren't able to be here, because obviously we're gonna have everybody come into the interview, so that they can see it broadcasted. But just to start off, just tell us just a little bit about yourself and pretty much, you know, what brought you here.
Yeah. Okay. Story about how I found out of this university in particular is one of my father's friends actually told me about this, because he did exactly like me. As soon as he finished high school, he went here, And it was like, yeah, SPSU is a great university, and now that it's merging with Kennesaw State University, it's gonna be even better. So I was like, yeah, that sounds great, and I didn't want to lose this opportunity, to miss this opportunity, because it doesn't happen very often for you to be able to move from your own city in which you grew to something bigger. So most of my friends were like, "Oh yes, nice." That's a bold decision.
Yeah. So what kind of leadership positions have you held in the past?
In the
Or
past.
any kind of leadership that you've done in any other organizations or groups of people or anything?
Well, of course, until 3 years ago, 4 actually, I used to play in a soccer team,
Okay.
and I was in the role of the goalkeeper, and I've been playing for like 5 or 6 years, and it actually helps a lot, thinking about my concept of a team and relationship with other teammates. And in the school, I've been, how do I say it in English here, because there is this role in each class in which a single person like organizes.
Class president.
I did it once because nobody wants to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's it.
So what do you expect to get out of us so you can bring to us, your team player mentality and your good relationship with people? So what do you think, or what do you think we can give you? What do you expect to get out of joining the organization?
Oh
This
well,
organization?
of course, to get a better experience in college, since there's nothing like this in Italy, and I would feel like missing out of something if I wouldn't like join this, because this is something I've always wanted to do since I came here, and like this experience, I'm sure that it's gonna give me better, also maybe grades, since after all this is why we're here studying, get good grades and great memories.
Yeah. So how are you paying for school, and how do you intend on paying for the fraternity?
Oh, my father is paying for school.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Waters?
Oh, I want to know this right here. What motivates you? What do you wake up with in the morning that makes you go about your day? What drives you?
The reason why I'm here is because I want to study engineering, in particular electronic, automation, and mechatronics engineering. And this is something. Another reason why I'm here and not in Italy studying it is because you get good education also in Italy, but then this, which is what I love to do, is very underrated, and you can hardly find a job afterwards. So this is another reason why I'm here and why I want to study what I love to study. Because I feel like like it's recognized the work you put into what you love, and why I wake up in the morning. Well, I am also a very open and sociable person, so I love creating new relationship between me and other people. And I feel like I'm happy right now after these first 3 weeks in the United States that people just give me the opportunity to do so. And I'm actually looking forward to start some of my engineering class, because I didn't get the opportunity to register for them, because as an international student we get to register for classes we're the last who can do it, and we're all full. So I'm looking forward to start studying them. And once I get rid of all the boring core classes.
There you go.
So besides coming to a new country.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know the language pretty well, but besides language barriers, what would you say is your greatest weakness?
Besides language.
Besides being in a new country, language barriers.
Well, let me think of it.
Give me a personal weakness.
something you know personally you can improve in.
Like for time management, study habits.
Oh, yes.
Money management, something.
Yeah, something, anything like that, something you think that you can improve on.
Of course, like money management, because I've never had to deal with that before, and this is all brand new for me. Because now I'm on my own. Before I wasn't, and time management is close.
Okay, so I've got 2 questions.
Yes.
What do you think you could do for SAE? Go ahead and answer that one.
Well, I am very determined to like join and be part of this whole like fraternity as a group and as like building a relationship with other people who I can not consider as friend but like more and maybe also contribute to build it and expand it and make it look to other people the way it is. The way it's been looking for me, like the impression it gave to me from the beginning. So.
Make it look more appealing.
Yeah.
That's fun. And then one more. What are 3 words you would use to describe leadership?
3 words. That would be I'm thinking of them in Italian and translating them if I can.
Like a characteristic you would find in somebody, like to be a leadership. What would you see in somebody that would make you want to follow them?
Well, determination and disponibility, if it is a word, like his attitude to be always there for people. How is it in English?
Loyal.
Yeah, and the last one. I would say like doesn't give up like at the first obstacle. Like find different ways to get through it.
So different ways to achieve goals. Okay.
All right, one last question. Well, 2. I want you to tell me why we would want you. Why do we want Mateo?
Well, for the person who I am, because I cannot be somebody else, and I think that may have been able to let you know the person who I am, and because I'm all in all very determined to do what I love to do.
All right, do you understand the financial and academic obligations?
Which are the financial?
Financial is, after this semester, it'll be $600 a semester.
Yes.
So you can pay up front, it's $570, or you can do a payment plan, that's $150 per month for 4 months. So however you want to pay, if you want to pay up front, you get a little bit of a discount. But, and the academic obligations, I don't see you having a problem with, especially above a 265. So,
I see.
can you give me those?
Yes?
All right. Cool. Anybody got any other questions? Okay. Thank you, Ted.
Thank you.
265 there?
He was good.
Oh, we give it, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, what's up?
Hey, man. We need some water.
All right.
So who's waiting for his kids?
Appreciate it. Yeah, we know, please. Appreciate it.
Let's see. How's it going, man?
All right.
Brian, on the laptop.
All right, so got the laptop there, and you're gonna take a seat. We got a laptop there, it's webcam, so that other people can be watching the interview, since we don't want to fill this whole room with 50 guys, right? But make sure you speak up with the audio thing so that it's good. But I'm just gonna go ahead and start off. Casey, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, just tell us a little bit about yourself. That's it. Just go ahead.
I guess I'll start from the beginning. Grew up in a Christian home, gone to a private school my whole life, and just kind of always been around like this really small school kind of thing. Everybody kind of sticks together.
Yep.
I came to college. I'm like, it's a whole different scenario because it's not private or Christian or whatever you want to call it. And kind of felt like joining a fraternity might kind of help me get back into that thing I'm used to. Just kind of a smaller friend group you can stick together with.
Understandable. Can you give me some of the like leadership positions you've held in the past?
Yeah. I haven't done that much like in school or anything. I was kind of higher up on the track team. I kind of told people what to do and stuff like that. And the coaches kind of looked for me when they told me to, or when they wanted something to get done or something like that, but nothing really major. But
Yeah, that's a good point you brought up. You know, not all leaders are really good at just leading. They're also good followers, and they know the right people to follow. You know, or you might share in a time that you think that you found the right leader, that you followed the right person, and what qualities that person had that you think make them a good leader.
yeah, definitely. My physics teacher, Mr. Brown, he's also my track coach. He was a great leader. He's actually a multimillionaire now because he was, I guess, so good at learning from other people to he sells his own products, designs and sells his own products. And he's a really good teacher too, to show everyone else how to become a good leader and also follow leaders.
All right, so what do you think that you can get from us? What do you expect to get out of being a brother in our fraternity?
Hopefully, I would like to have, just a group of guys that I feel close to, almost like a family, to, help me through college and I guess just to be there for support and to have a good time with.
So what do you think? That's what we can do for you, but what do you think that you can do for us?
I feel like I know your motto is being gentlemanly, all that, and I was raised on being a gentleman from being in kind of a Southern household, treating women right, like that, and I feel like I have, I guess, the morals, whatever you want to call it, to help you guys be a part of that.
Okay, this is what I want to know. What motivates you?
What motivates me? I guess if it's something that I'm really interested in, whatever the case may be, if it's something I really like or want to do, then I'll strive 110% to do it, to try to get to the goal.
I have two questions. One, what would you say, like in your life right now, what are your priorities?
Right now, get good grades in class. Try to kind of keep myself to what I've always lived to be, like trying to stay in church and everything. I was just talking to you about trying to find a church and stuff like that. So trying to keep myself on the right track. I've always been.
Also, what would you say is your greatest weakness? Something that you need to work on.
Probably when people talk bad or badmouth something that I feel really passionate about. I have a hard time having self-control with that, or like arguing or debating in a reasonable manner.
So, Chad.
Yeah. I've gotten in trouble a few times for stepping outside the boundaries, but so yeah.
How do you think you can, make that better? What do you think you can change to correct with that?
I guess just kind of catch myself, and sometimes I'm not even right when I'm arguing it, but I just feel so passionate about it that you got to make yourself feel like you won the argument. But
And what are 3 words that would describe a leader, like characteristics, traits that somebody would have to lead a group like SAE?
a word or like a phrase?
3 words. 3 words. 3 characteristics.
Brave, honorable, steadfast.
So, all right, 2 more questions. Why do we want you?
Like I said before, I feel like I have the motto or same kind of characteristics that you guys kind of try to live by, like being gentlemen, and I like the way you guys, I guess, treat other people. I feel like I can be a good contributor to that.
And lastly, do you understand financial and academic obligations of the fraternity?
For the dues.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And you understand the GPA requirements?
Mhm.
All right, and you meet those?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all got any other questions?
I have one. What made SAE stand out versus all the other fraternities that you looked at?
Really, is again, like I said, being a gentleman and stuff. Y'all are kind of almost what I grew up around, and coming to college where it's a little bit different than what I'm used to. It's almost like a piece of home, I guess you could say.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for coming in.
Is Trevor on his way back home? I mean, back here?
No, he actually said that he doesn't know if he's going to join this semester. Yeah, I was surprised when he said that.
Yeah, well, that's surprising right there. Is he like worried about trying to get school straight and stuff first?
Yeah, I guess. And I think he has some other stuff going on.
Like back home and all that.
Yeah, because he's been longer. I'm not sure if there's something going on back there or what. But
We can find out.
yeah,
Also, stay in touch. Sure.
All right, thanks, guys.
We're probably gonna have another 3 minutes or something here.
Because we can bid it whenever we want. We got something about this fraternity. And even then, there's still also spring, on the spring, always spring, and we have friendship, spring break back in the day. All parents, she's called and raised or whatever, and everything, and trying to free up our hire.
What did
See you later, man.
you like?
What did you like?
Right.
So, yeah.
So we
third?
Two things I was talking about. One, I would kind of like to ask if they have any questions for us.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, and then second, maybe ask them like what they thought about the rush experience,
Yeah.
what they liked, what they didn't like, or anything like that. You know, so we can get some constructive criticism.
One thing, he is just, he's straight up us. Like, he fits the bill or whatever, like, from hometown and everything, small, humble beginnings, that's a lot of us. Yeah, like,
So, dude,
Yeah, me
just
and
a
him
picture
were
of it, right?
yeah, I did. Me and him were just talking about like going to church. See, I asked what he did, but I slept in one. So yeah, I told him with the church story. I've been trying to find a place.
yeah,
He says he's looking for friends, but he's looking for another family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what he's looking for.
like, he gets like the check, you ever have that mental checklist
Yeah.
of like guys when rushing like check?
I'm not saying that you don't have to be a Christian, like for me,
Yeah.
you did. But if I hear that, and I hear that
He puts that as a priority in
Yeah.
the
he
interview,
puts that as a priority.
and he mentioned it multiple
I
times.
was thinking about that when you started, something you said made me think about that.
Now, one thing he did mention as a weakness or whatever, when he's passionate about something, he gets, there's a few of them, I was like,
That's not necessarily bad.
I know.
You can be passionate.
that's
You
why.
can be passionate about anything.
Yeah, as soon as he said that, I laughed a little bit because I was like, that's some of us in the room, man. A few of us,
That's like
all of us in the room. You said like change your dead people.
think it would definitely talk to the stubbornness that maybe given that I'm pretty young and have just recently started to leave childhood, stubbornness would definitely be up there. And the empathy as well.
How do you deal with that criticism? Do you just like take it as backlash? What do you do with it?
I used to respond to it pretty negatively and just like kind of disengage from that kind of thing. You know, get really discouraged by the negative outlook that like some people tend to have towards me. But recently, it's served as motivation to try. Sets of values. My dad is a very pragmatic person, and he always taught me that it was important to succeed in tangible ways, be it like with my grades, when I was playing sports, like whatever, you know, just very self-defeating in the tasks.
What do you do?
Trying to
Criticism.
create the most favorable outcomes. And
It's good to push you, dude.
the determination thing, that's been huge. And he also
Why don't you watch it on here?
put an emphasis on
Really, HDMI port?
to like really annoying extent growing up. He always, you're my brother, like would bring up a believer or something we had learned in school that day. He would always just ask a long series of lines. Even when he agreed with us, he just like made us argue with him to support what we were saying. So
Did you hear that? His dad would make him argue, even if he agreed with us, to make them support what they were
with
saying.
like a positive and critical outlook on everything that was said. And my mom
It's not hooked up.
is a much
Let's
more
put that in this
emotional person. That's because most moms tend to be, I guess. And she really instilled in me the importance of other people and like working with them and what I can get from relationship and what I can give.
Do you have a password for this?
D's,
Trying to get
999.
one of the things that isn't necessarily concerning, but I do want to see how you view yourself.
D's,
The
999.
puzzle piece would be there's a lot of
Just sign in,
distractions in college, but being in a social organization, very much like this one, there we do have social events, we do have a lot of venues where you can have fun, but we need to make sure that your priorities are straight. So how do you deal with distractions and always bring yourself right back?
That's definitely new high.
It's just,
They stumped that bullet, boys.
it's not that difficult. I don't know if I have any like set out like pragmatic method. It's just.
Pragmatic, that was shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's log in.
And it's very easier in my mind, so.
Oh, it says use case.
I'm looking forward to a lot of the social events.
Did you just
And the social nature of being part of the fraternity.
fart?
But,
Yeah.
like as soon as, if it ever got anyway, it might be done, so without hesitation, refocus my efforts on that.
Have you ever been exposed to that in high school, maybe just now, the atmosphere that?
Sounds like a fan base.
It does.
Dude, there's always one or two interviews that are like serious as shit emotional, dude.
Yeah,
He's talking about how
there
he's.
was a period of
So,
time, like.
well, I posted that in the group meeting.
Personal issues. And that definitely
Which one did you post that
That
for?
was a great comment for getting back to.
Ethan sounds like we're in therapy session or something.
Definitely.
Maybe we'll come on till like 2 minutes later at the house.
We'd like to hear that because again, people are going to be exposed to a lot of fun events, different events, wild events, whatever it may be. But we as true gentlemen have certain priorities. We have
He's not one of us yet, you
my
are.
favorite faith, family, fraternity, faith. You're not gonna, let go of your
Dude, this
morals
class is gonna
because
be.
somebody over there is doing something that looks
Yeah, I don't believe that whatsoever.
Things would be fine.
It's not gonna be as impressive as we want.
So every cover here understands the importance of
Brand new school. We should have focused more on something tall.
You should have.
We should have.
Yes.
I hear there's actually a lot of many kids who have no clue about pre. I'm a group saying that to every, yeah. There's not bids. Huh? Or get 20 bids. There's a bid. That's what they did when they got.
We do have $600 this semester dues as of right now. Do you believe that under some sort of pay upfront to be that range of obligations? Currently, I'd probably be able to pay upfront. Going forward, through payment plan probably. Versus like 570 pay upfront, payment plan is like 200. Yeah, that sounds good.
I just had to be ignorant.
I guess just, okay, so just one kind of final question. Do you think?
Just to be, just for
Why SAE? Because
This is important.
What do you ask?
Why SAE?
I personally, I'm going into like the business world after college. And one thing that I definitely hope to get from this is networking. Also, with like past alumni and stuff, I'm aware of like how large of a network there is between
Why SAE? Why not on the other?
to develop like bonds of brotherhood with people that I'm going to be able to hear and hopefully be able to do something with them going forward. Just kind of piggyback on that last part.
Hey,
Just briefly, how would you describe all of the nurses you have our chapters? They've been really open, like inviting, very supportive of the fact that like I had no idea what's going on here, with college and stuff. I'm new to this, so
Jackson
just
just
having that like
Very,
easy air about.
very supportive of the fact that like I have no idea what's going on here.
Frequency,
Where?
pause it, just kill the screen.
You can just turn it
Oh, yeah, just leave it up.
Top.
Ready?
Drill.
Yes.
Oh. It takes you. All right, we got live stream up for other brothers to watch. We don't want to fill the room with 50 guys. And so we got reference to get back.
Should I refresh the
Uh,
computer?
No, it's good. It's pretty black, so you'll be looking at yourself. Just go ahead and start off. I'm glad you can come in today. Just go ahead and start off. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Taylor Poteet. Just an average kid, I guess, into sports. And wanted to come to college to better myself and make a future for my future kids or my future wife, and to provide for my parents later down the road.
Okay. What drives you?
My parents, my father.
Okay.
He ever since I was little, he would always put my family in the best position, even though it might not be what he wanted to.
Okay. Family first.
Yep.
All right. What can you describe maybe some of your career goals? You said something about you're here to be there for your future family and everything. What are some of your possible career goals where you see yourself in life?
I see myself being a software engineer, getting my degree, and then once I retire, I'm going to be saving up for my whole life. So once I do retire, I'm going to try to open up my own gym for basketball and teach kids how to play and the right way to play, and teach them things that I learned going through basketball and how basketball can can give you friendships, can give you bonds with people you never thought you would ever make with people.
Can you give me 3 things, kind of characteristics, maybe values or something that you think you embody that you could bring to our fraternity?
Cross follower, that's I guess. I'm a leader when I have to be, and follower too.
Okay. So when you have to be, why aren't you a leader all the time?
Because sometimes you don't have to be a leader. Sometimes you're not put in the position to be the leader. Sometimes you do have to be the follower.
All right. How do you see yourself as a leader or taking a position within SAE when you,
Yes, I would like to.
if you accept it? Okay.
How do you typically lead when you do?
It's always lead by example. It might not be by what I say, but I'm going to do what's right.
Okay, I have a question. Tell us about your proudest moment in your life, college, something that will always stay in your mind.
Probably the first time I came home from last year, and my sister came up and just gave me the biggest hug, and it made me realize that growing up when she was little, that I created that bond with her, that she missed me as soon as I went away, even though it was for like 2 weeks, but like she missed me, and that was probably my proudest moment.
Are there any kind of changing gears here? Are there any leadership positions that you've held in the past?
Team captain of sports or basketball, and then also in my middle school, I was a team chaplain, or not team chaplain, but a team chaplain for the FCA group.
In middle school?
Mm-hmm.
What are some things that you did as chaplain?
What we did was, since we were so young, we didn't know a lot. We met with other churches or other middle schools, team chaplains, and we would talk about what we see in the school and how we could make the school have more followers in FCA as a whole county.
What makes you think you're an SAE?
True gentleman. Like y'all say, it's always about being the best man you can be. And that's what I see myself as.
Mark, you anything else?
No.
Yes.
What are your priorities in life?
What do you mean? Like
What's the most important things in your life right now?
important things is right now is my family, and then of course Christ, and then probably it's a man I call my brother Marty. He was our team chaplain for basketball, and he spent 3 years with us, and he never missed a game. And so we built that bond, and we're really close. Like when I went home these past few days, I had to stop by and see him. And then this morning, I got up and went to his church, and that he's important in my life just because he's one of the most important things in my life, because he's led me down the way that before I can be a successful man in the future.
What would you say is your greatest weakness? Like, what do you struggle with? What do you need to work on?
Probably school. You talking about just as a man or school wise?
Man, school,
Anything.
Studying. I'm a horrible studier, and then as a man, just being able to take responsibility sometimes. And instead of having my mom tell me to do something, just go ahead and do it, or just step up really when my dad's away.
One last thing. This fraternity, it's a lot of people treat fraternities as just a college thing.
Mhm.
This is more than just a college thing. There's a life afterwards. There's that bond that we all have Is that something you're willing to give to this organization?
Yes, sir.
Willing to give to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, 2 more questions for me. I'll let you go ahead.
I've got a question. What do you think would describe a leader in 3 words, like characteristics, traits, 3 words?
Responsibility, leadership. I'm not leadership. My fault.
That's a good one.
Responsibility, action, and follower.
Why do we want you?
Why do you want me?
Why do we want you?
Because I'm gonna follow when you tell me to follow, and if you ask me to lead, I'm gonna lead. And I'm here to do whatever best for y'all to help y'all in y'all's future. So in y'all's future, y'all can help me in mine.
What do you expect to get out of this thing?
A bond with friends or brothers, and also just that's it really. That's what I see, and just that bond will create a lot of things.
Do you understand the financial and the academic obligations being an attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right. How are you paying for college?
My dad's working. My parents.
And I plan on paying for the attorney.
My parents also. Oh, actually, it's my money.
Okay.
I worked over some, yeah.
All right. Is there anything else?
Do you have any questions for us?
Mm-mm.
All right. Thanks, Evan.
Maybe they can use this time. See where we're at.
See you on the court, bro.
Oh, get out of here.
Anyway, I'll see you.
Just commented on the KSU interview. He said he's a nice kid, but he needs at least a semester.
Turn the TV back on.
No, just see my comment. Okay.
Good, I really like to see. I had,
It's my funeral.
potato, Casey.
I heard,
Oh,
I was
shit.
listening to Casey.
Okay.
Shit.
And I was listening to John.
So fresh, it's like,
You know, I've never tried the White Panther.
Here's something to help you brainstorm.
I mean, I've always known he was, Taylor, he was good.
All right, so who's out?
How good you do.
You did pretty
So
well.
is he actually,
Yeah, so here he said, average kid, he wants to provide for family. His father drives him family first. He wants to be able to open a gym to where he can teach people how to play basketball properly.
The bottom line there is where you're able to
Oh, I
differentiate.
want to see
Yeah,
this.
you know, whether.
he actually started out very strong.
Yeah,
You wanna go
so-
back to the beginning?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Started out
Yeah, keep on being.
Yeah, it's on the side. Yeah, but someone that was up there. Oh, it's just Jeff. Yeah. Just Jeff. But Connolly said the last kid, Josh, was too childish, kind of missed another semester.
Really?
That was where we got it. He said giving guys a chance is what got us in trouble. He's a boy. We don't need that. I've known him for years, but we would not be beneficial to us coming up to council.
and
That's his opinion.
I don't know, from what I saw from the interview, and what I've seen so far, it's like a really good guy.
He's a good guy, but does he get
Should be, should.
It's like another minute.
Andy, I say, come on now, or Andy. One question.
You can't make it.
Welcome. Today you're joined by Brother Jacob Kennedy, Newhart Boulevard, and Joseph Hardy.
Joseph Hardy.
And also our brothers will be watching live, so they're listening to the fraternity house currently, just to make you aware. Let's just get started. What did you think about Rush Week? What did you learn? What did you see?
You think it's
What
gonna
did
be
you
on
see?
How would you visit with
Oh, yeah, he's,
He's
in-
Okay, to me.
you know, he's a-
He's got earrings.
He's not near as bad as Eric.
That's good.
No, he's not. Take him over.
Hey, so no, shut up. pretty close to pretty mixed. Well,
The personalities, right?
yeah, and what did I experience? I don't know, it was really interesting getting to know the Greek aspect, because that's one social aspect of college that I hadn't experienced. So,
Right. What grade are you?
I'm a G.
You're G. Okay.
I transferred mine, was 4. I didn't have.
Honestly, that's what we do. Just city transfer, someone who's established, someone who's already dealt with the distractions of college, and just wants to grow from that. So that's totally top recruit quality to be already established. But did you get any differences that you saw at SAE that made it stand out for you positively?
I don't know, it was just easy to talk to you.
Yes.
It was really easy to just go up. You know, a lot of guys are.
I think when we started this
They're
year,
jumping
we all
on
started
the
to send
attention
you.
factors, like, oh,
Can't
they're
straight up.
automatically
Thompson.
considered bad, Gary, like, even if you want to think it, you know, and I was talking to like a normal person, you know, like, hey, what's up, man, you know, things like that. That's what I look for, you know, guys that are part of something bigger, but they also still have their own personalities. Everybody's individualized, and you know,
I like that.
together for a cause, even though everyone's different. That's what I like.
That's a great answer.
I guess to kind of dive down on kind of a personal basis, could you just kind of describe for us, I guess how you were raised, the values you were raised on, and how that's kind of affected what you do and who you are today?
Okay. I was raised in a pretty strict, like, Christian home all throughout, like, just since I can remember, you know, church every day, things like that. And now that I'm in college, you know, I'm more individual myself. I still always value family, because that's one thing that I've always learned. You know, at the end of the day, anybody, even the person that you consider your closest friend, you know, something happens, whereas family's the only thing that's going to be there that every. So I figured, you know, if you can extend a family, brotherhood, right? Well, that's so many other people you can rely on, just like your parents, people at the house, you know, like blood ties, things like that. So I always come back to whenever I make a decision.
Drink from the chalice.
Right, I was just going to affect. Because any decision you make is just going to affect yourself. You know, you have to think about, okay, other people watching. So anything
Yeah, I know.
you do is going to be put to a bigger scale. Like, oh, let's say, for example,
That's
like, one person from your community does something,
But still.
and somebody sees it, like, oh, well, all those guys know that. You know, things like that. It's like, I never like doing things that will embarrass the values that I was raised on. It's just, you know, like I said, I'm a little older, so I just feel like I'm more mature now. I already know what I want to do. Right. I know the person I want to be and who I am. So it's, I don't know, I like discipline, I guess, and at the same time, you can still do anything normal, fun, things like that, but everything, there's times, I like being responsible, right, I guess is what the huge culmination of it is. So yeah, responsibility, and I don't know.
One of the things that you said that I really liked was that you looked for not necessarily accountability, but reliability. Like, I can rely on you. I really need that extended family. And then the other thing that I liked too was that you saw relatability. Oh, I can relate to you. I don't have to be on the phone basically. How can you describe those things within yourself? Are you reliable? Are you relatable?
You need some.
I'm always in the type that I'm either one spectrum or another. I'm never neutral ground. So let's say somebody's allowing me to do something, even if it's something I don't want to do, I have to, because, you know, I give my word. So a man is always good at his word, things like that. So in reliability,
Really.
I would say I'm always pretty reliable. I'm also pretty outgoing. You know,
He's from Marietta.
and because I'm a little older, I've lived a lot of things. So, I'd say that's
I didn't know how
but I'm also
because of his hair.
a tough
I
person.
listened to this with my eyes closed.
Yes, it's pretty open, and that's because I like being a person that I don't want someone who I like to talk to.
How it has that switch.
So,
And you want
and I don't get anything, period, serious, or anything. So
take you seriously all the time. Right? And that's how I like to convey myself. Like every word is going to just be rid of it's not be like, okay, yeah, right in. I just like being a real person. You know?
Yeah, it literally sounds like you really just see it. Now, one of the things that I could see of concern, not necessarily a problem, is you are so established. You know, we still need guys that are able to learn, unlearn, and then relearn. So in that sense, we don't have pleasure. You know, we don't have that 9 to 10 years to say, oh,
Once you learn it, forget it, and relearn
how
We were gonna brainwash them.
flexible are you to adapt to our culture? They have SAEs, and in that sense, did you see that kind of culture?
I saw the brotherhood aspect culture, and like I said, I'm new to a lot of this, so I don't really know what to expect. You know, I've just seen things. I could definitely knew anytime somebody pulled up, like, hey, what's up? Everybody up, it's like you automatically, you were expecting them to be there, even if they just randomly called, like, hey, what's up, man? It's like they never left the house. It's like you're continuing just, I guess, a friendship continually, even for, you know, that one friend you spend years with, seeing and seeing, it's like, it's not even a huge surprise, right? You just pick up
How you doing? Just go ahead and sit at.
Chair down there.
I'll chill out of here for
Are you gonna sit on this?
I'll walk around. Good luck, man.
Thanks.
All right. We got a laptop set up. Joined here, they Adela, president. Jeff over here is vice president. These are two brothers at large, Luke Broadwell and Alex Diaz. And also we're live streaming to all other, it's blacked out.
Okay.
Screens, so you don't get distracted.
Okay.
So it's so that everybody else can see, also be able to hear your interviews. But just we'll start out by you telling us just about yourself, about how you're raised, where you're from, what your everyday life was like growing up, pretty much. And state your name first and last, and speak up for the audio.
Okay. My name is Jake Edwards.
Okay.
Freshman here, and I was originally born in California in La Habra, and I lived there for the first 10 years of my life. And I went to small school there. Moved here when I was 10 years old up to Georgia. Actually, I moved to Fulton and then Forsyth. So the past 8 years I've been in Forsyth and then down here now. So just really raised kind of humble. We didn't have a lot of money back in California, and then here, my father got a better job, so we were able to expand a little bit more. So just trying to keep that in mind whenever I go out and bring that with me wherever I go. I'm hardworking, ambitious. I played tennis all throughout high school, and then I played football and baseball just ever since a kid, just in rec, kind of for fun, just to keep active.
Yeah.
And just trying to get a better education and set myself up for a good job. Just take every challenge and opportunity as it comes.
You talk about with the sports, good team sports there. Definitely good character builders. Is there anything, even you don't have to be athletically, but any academics or athletics that you held in a leadership role? Any kind of responsibility that you had?
Yeah, so the tennis team, I was the captain of the JV team for my freshman, sophomore, junior year, and I was captain of the varsity team my senior year.
Okay.
And then I helped tutor in math in my senior year, the lower underclassmen. And then I also went my summer leading up to sophomore year, I went on a student ambassador trip, it's called, to Europe, where they take a group of young leaders and bring up we went to Europe, France, Italy, and Greece, and immerse ourselves in the culture and try to bring back as much as we could and just share that with others.
That's really cool. What do you expect, I guess, to get out of SAE?
Well, I'm looking to put all my effort into it and better the fraternity, and then also look for a fraternity that can also help me better myself and enhance my leadership qualities and, make better friends.
Right, we really go by that saying, you're going to get out of the fraternity what you put in. So what do you think that you bring to the fraternity? What can you put into the fraternity? How do you think you can bring, maybe anything that you've learned as being a leader in the past on sports teams or being experienced in different cultures and stuff like that you can bring to the table?
Well, I definitely want to hold a leadership role. And so, make decisions to help, everybody, give everybody a voice and, make better decisions. And yeah.
What do you think would make you a good leader? So what are some of the qualities that you as a leader?
I put like the team first. It's not like a boss stands there and yells at the team. The leader is right there down with the team doing the hard work and, really push them to go along and doing it yourself.
Lead by example. Lead by example.
Right. So, throughout the tennis team, you don't just, as a captain, you don't just stand there and watch them play. You play with them, you give them advice, they give you advice. It's a team effort.
As a leader, have you ever had any difficulties leading? Or have you ever had any time where maybe you had to step back?
Yeah, through various group projects, not everybody likes your ideas as much as you might because of your ideas. And everybody has a different way of thinking. So, there's times where, I'll step back and let other people, lead. But it's definitely good to get everybody's voice in and, not just the leader's input.
Jeff, you have anything?
I have a question. What would you say, we've talked a lot about your highs and the things that make you so great. I want to know, what are your weaknesses and how would you go about fixing those weaknesses?
Well, my weakness, I don't know. I guess I would say I'm like too much of I put too much in, I guess, if that's a weakness, where, if there's a problem or a goal that I'm reaching, I'll put all my effort into it and it kind of consumes me. And so, I'm looking to kind of control that and, balance myself out.
So maybe like stubborn a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. Just working for, what I want to do and my goals kind of thing.
As a fraternity, we have a lot of projects that we're constantly working on that require a lot of time and effort. And with a problem like that, how would you go about fixing that? Because you also have your obligations to your grades and your school. How would you handle that time?
Well, like obviously school comes first, but I just plan out ahead of time what needs to be done and by when. And so, just plan out the steps I need to do to be able to successfully complete all my goals in a timely manner. Just better time management kind of thing.
And in the past, have you had any sort of life-changing events that have made you like reevaluate your morals or anything that you consider in your life?
Well, a few years ago, we went back to California for the funeral of my dad's real father, and I had barely any I didn't really know him at all, and I only knew my grandpa as my grandpa, but I found out he was my dad's stepfather, and so when my dad's real father died, it was kind of I just took a step back and kind of reevaluated how I held my family in my life, that I want to cherish them being there for me. And, I want to know everybody throughout my whole life and not just let people pass on kind of thing, move through.
What motivates you?
Just the drive to be successful. I want to be the best that I can be, and I want to help others be the best that they can be. So just that drive to push myself and others to their full potential.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? It sounds like you got a pretty good idea of what you want to do.
10 years, I'll be graduated, hopefully with, a doctor or some higher form of a degree. And, I want to be either working a high position in a corporate job or, owning my own company, dealing with software and that development, which I'm really into.
What exactly do you plan on getting from Sigma Alpha Epsilon?
Well, I look forward to that, the bond, that brothership that I share with all the other brothers that I will share. And then I'm also looking, to better myself as a leader, and then also helping better other people, like the others as well.
Why do we want you?
I bring a lot to the table. I'm a good leader. I can good problem solving skills. I'm really there where you need me, and I'm just a team player, leader, and just kind of all around, fun guy to be around, I guess.
Do you understand the financial and academic obligations of being in a fraternity?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
No.
One last question. What made SAE stand out against all the other fraternities?
When I met you guys, I felt the connection to you guys. You held school first, then family and fraternity kind of thing. And so, you have your priorities straight. And, I really liked you guys. You're all, easy to talk to kind of thing. And you have, your creeds on your wall. And so you guys are really focused and just a good group of guys. And, you have your heart set, what you guys want to do.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you. Glad to see you.
I really like that seat.
Well dressed. Picture, Adam. Yeah.
The amount of time you spend talking about leadership, give me a 5 out of 5.
Okay,
We've got your friend.
Did you also notice? He said a lot. I don't know if you caught on.
Did it?
Yeah, anything he said, you would say,
Well, it's better than,
Yeah, it's true.
It's just a filler.
Yeah. But
Probably leave, this, but that's good.
yeah, I really feel like there's a question.
There's something's not being asked. It's driving me fucking insane.
Like I was reading over this, and I feel like
Something not.
If Newman was here, you would answer.
I've been listening to Newhawk, and I feel like Newhawk's still not.
Yeah, he's we're all around him.
Yeah, I can't figure out what it is.
like that, what Bravo asked at the end. That was good.
You did a good question.
What was it?
You said something?
You said
What made SAE stand out?
Jackson's out there.
Out there?
Yeah, he's right up there.
Cody got here first. I'll get Jackson.
Jackson's right there. Go around.
Wait,
Go around. It's over here.
I can open that door though.
Take it.
Did you see when yesterday when he was like, hey Jackson, you're open on Thursdays? He's like, I'll get class and he was like 30. Okay. Because somebody mentioned about house cleaning, like talking about it. Jackson's like, I'm shit.
All right, how are we gonna handle Jackson's interview?
So we approach it just like everybody else's.
No.
Yeah.
He knows a lot.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah. So let's just ask him what he
The
can
things
bring
we
to us.
need to be asking are how he's gonna handle basically going through the coach.
Yeah, how's this is gonna be different than the bloodshed.
But how's it still going to handle being
I don't want to set a quantity of
What does he bring to the table?
Yeah, what is he bringing to the table? How is he gonna handle being,
the newer?
yeah, he's not gonna be one of us. He's gonna be one of you.
He was here. How is he gonna be stepping up to that and leading?
While I was on the phone, some questions.
All right, Teddy.
All right.
Do I go ahead and do his for Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So make sure you get a picture.
Yeah, let me get it. Hold on. Let me get it.
Jackson.
Yeah. That'll be good. Interesting.
If he doesn't get a bid, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
Jackson. He fits it.
Yeah, if he doesn't get a bid, I'll be pissed off.
I just want to
I'll be pissed back.
All right, guys, check this out.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good to see you.
See you, man.
Well,
Thank y'all for having me.
yeah, Nick, appreciate you coming down.
Yep.
So you haven't met yet. This is Jeff, the Vice President, Luke Rawwell, brother at large, Alex Diaz, brother at large. They also have a live webcam shooting, streaming, everybody can see it. Just go ahead and get started. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, why you're here, everything. How you got here.
Well, I'm Jackson Sullins. As many may know, I was part of the Colony chapter, or the Colony at Kennesaw State. So when we got disbanded, we found that this was the route to achieve brotherhood. And it's the route that I'm willing to take. Because I've already done a lot for this fraternity, I feel, and it's done a lot for me. So I feel like continuing that relationship is worth it.
What do you bring to the table? What do you have? What qualities do you have that can make us better?
Well, I'm a great leader, in my opinion. There's room to learn to be a better leader, and having a group of guys around me that can criticize me and help me, as well as an opportunity for me to be in a situation to be a leader, can only help me as well as help the chapter as well. So leadership is one of them. So I lost my brother whenever I was 17. So the term brotherhood means something heavy to me. So I'm here to be more than a friend, a brother to these guys. And I'll look for the same in return. So yeah, which is another part of the reason that I'm coming out. It's something that, though the Colony was a great experience and it gave me some of the best friends I have today, even though we parted ways, a lot of us, but there's still that group mentality, a hole that this won't fill, but it can do the next best thing.
What drives you? What motivates you to keep doing it other than brotherhood? What personally, what do you want to personally gain from being in this chapter?
I guess personally, I want to gain the experience. I don't know how else to explain that. I didn't get that, and I haven't had it. I want opportunities to serve my community, which it's difficult to do that alone. I mean, it's also not as enjoyable either. I could go out and volunteer at different places, but being a part of a bigger cause that helps, Children's Miracle Network or wherever else, we're doing a service project of that nature, that's something I like as well.
Sounds like there's a void that you haven't had in a few years.
Well, there's a void, talking to my dad about it, 'cause he was like, you're 22, like, he asked me the same questions y'all are asking. He goes, I'm gonna pay $600, I'm gonna pay your dues, but why do you want to do that? Yeah, there is a void, man. It's a void that's hard to explain unless you've lost somebody that's that close to you. But I don't want anybody to think that this will in any way fill that void. I mean, that's a void that can't be filled, but it can do more than what's been done now. There's nothing filling it. It's an emptiness.
Do you think it's going to be a challenge for you to have to, you obviously went through like a pledgeship process as a colony pledge and a colony brother. Do you think it's going to be some kind of challenge that you might have to face coming back into the membership process, being a brother, the loyalty experience for the first part of it, and then going up to your group after you finish, you have the basic stuff, which you probably already know.
Yeah.
I mean, but do you think there's any kind of challenge of being in that younger guys, like you said, you're 22 now?
There's definitely going to be a challenge. I mean, it's there's no doubt about it. It's not going to be an easy ride. I know that things have changed as far as, I got this 96-hour rule, but I know some things are probably still the same, but it's worth it to me. I wouldn't if I didn't think it was worth it, this is hard, man, because I'm 22. I've been on campus for like three years. I got friends in all kinds of fraternities. And so for those friends, I could show you text messages where they're like, see my name on the list, and they're texting me just to mess with me, man. It's just, just to joke about I'm going through rush now. So if I didn't think it was worth it, even though it was going to be a challenge, I wouldn't be here right now. I would not. Joel wouldn't either.
Yeah, good to hear.
You said at the beginning that fraternities don't offer you, but you've done a lot for this fraternity thing. What kind of things have you done for this fraternity?
Well, at least for the colony, we at least twice a week we were out on the green or passing out flyers about the colony, because it got to the point where it was a numbers game if we had enough numbers. So whenever I first got in, that's what I was doing 2 to 3 times a week. I paid dues, and I got nothing in the sense that
Nothing tangible.
Yeah, nothing tangible from that. I did a pledgeship for a colony which in my opinion was a lot. I mean, it probably wasn't as strenuous as going through a full chapter's pledgeship or going through a pledgeship at a different school, but it was still a pledgeship, and it was not fun.
And
So if you get a bid, if you be with all these new guys,
Yes.
are you, if necessary, willing to step up, show them the ropes, be like a mentor kind of to them?
Yes. Yes. I mean, you can see, I think it was the second night, I'm stepping up, driving kids to events. I didn't want y'all to waste money or time on rushing. I rarely ate, rarely. I was there to help with the rushies and potentials, and I'll be there to help with my pledge brothers basically as well. So.
Good question. Roll.
Yeah, that's the question.
All right, so why do you think we want you?
Why do I think you want me?
A better way to put it, if you were sitting in our position, why would you give yourself a bid?
I think it probably shows a lot, like I said, the humility of coming out again, the willingness. I'll tell you, the hardest part of this was the unknown, because at first we definitely felt like we could have, especially when we went to dinner. I don't know, y'all, I don't think any of y'all were there, but we went to dinner with Clayton and Jacob. Yeah, no, this was in the spring. When we were all trying to, because Kennesaw and Southern Poly they actually became one in January.
Jacob went to that.
Yeah, it was Jacob and Clayton. I thought there was a third person.
There might have been. I couldn't make it to that meeting.
But so we felt like at least we could be given some certainty, if you come out, you'll get a bid or whatever. But we weren't. So that's been the hardest part, and me showing that I'm willing to come out and willing to help is a huge thing in my book. I don't know about. Yeah, that's if I were in y'all's situation, that's what I'd be looking at. Showing that, I'm not expecting anything from y'all.
now, in the past with the new guys, we've had people that have gone through a pledgeship and come back to be initiated finally.
Mhm.
And they didn't come around as much with their class because they still felt they had gone through it already and didn't need to be there as much. Would you still have that feeling, or would you feel you should come around and still be a part of your class?
Okay, I have that feeling, but also like I've told some of the guys like, you know, I am 22, so like I'm a lot busier, you know, than whenever I was 19 or 20, and I was just going to school. You know, like I work for Jeb Bush. I am currently I just left my internship, but I'm looking for something else. So I'll be there as much as I can. I'm not going to be that guy that's like, I don't feel like going or I shouldn't have to go or not show up, but I am somewhat busy, so, you know, I won't always be able to be there, but I can be there as much as I can.
This is maybe like more of a question like that you want to ask yourself. So I know you went through the ropes, right?
Yeah.
You did everything. And I just want to, like, if you get a bid, you're initiated
Yes.
in the time period.
Yes.
I guess you're not feeling cheated yourself, you know, because you know, like I know you went through it there.
Yes.
I don't want you to feel like you're getting cheated out of it, but not having to do it the same way that you went about it, the Kai chapter. You know what I'm asking?
Kind of like,
Like, I don't want you to be like, well, that's it. Like, you know, like
I think what he's saying is now the process is shorter and it's not an actual like 8 weeks or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
That you won't feel cheated with it just being 4 days.
I mean, no, I don't think I would feel cheated because, no. I'm confused, like.
It's all right. It's okay.
Well,
Do you have any questions for us?
I did. Hold on. So it's 96 hours. That's what. Oh, that was the one. I would have heard it was 72 hours, but it's 96.
96.
Okay.
That'll be
Unless you're on
from,
mission.
Oh.
that'll be from the day of the bid dinner,
Okay.
which should be Friday. So initiation will be Monday, next Monday.
Jesus. It's so quick. It's very quick.
But there still is a good experience that Jacob's setting up following that.
I'm sure.
So
I would only hope so.
Do you have any other
but-
questions?
No, I don't believe so.
Y'all got it? Good. All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you all for having me, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep. Always nice.
Thank you, man.
Just have a different side.
Yep.
All right, so you get the picture of
You know what I'm trying to ask? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into
yeah, you can come
Hey,
in.
how are
We'll see you.
What was it, Teddy?
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
You gonna
Have a seat. I'll be here.
all right.
That chair.
Welcome, Teddy. Today we have myself, Adam Lowe, the president, Jeff McClarty, the vice president, the two brothers at large, Luke Brawbell and Sejas Diaz. We're also joined via webcam, just broadcast to the other brothers so they can watch the interviews also, because we don't want to fill this room with a bunch of people around. It'd be pretty uncomfortable. Just to start off that, how's your experience at Rush? What'd you think and everything?
I really liked it. You know, it's not what you expect to see on TV, but I don't think anyone really goes into Rush seeming that. But, you know, I knew people going to school around here. I knew people in fraternities around here. And I'd say I really enjoyed the experience. I met, you know, how close I got with a lot of the brothers. And, you know, everyone kind of gave me this sense of, you know, brotherhood, which is very important to me. And I think, you know, everyone really set themselves out there, especially on chapter values night, as, you know, kind of what I'm looking for in a fraternity. You know, a group of people with values and not just people looking to party and, you know, say they're part of a frat.
Yeah. Well, you just said that brotherhood was really important to you. Why is it really important to you? What makes brotherhood important to you?
I grew up in a military home.
Okay.
But I have an older brother. He's about 8 years older than me, and my sister's about 5 or 6.
Okay.
But I grew to be very close with them as well. I had a lot of friends that I grew up with from the time I was about 5 that I'm still very close with, and I built a bond with them that's kind of going to last a long time. I consider them family, and so having close personal relationships with other people that I interact with is very important to me. Just having, you know, a network of support.
Of course, of course. Can you go into maybe a little bit about, you know, your past, maybe in high school, maybe leadership goals that you might have had, any kind of athletics, academic teams you're on, any clubs, organizations that you were in, and what leadership roles you had? It doesn't necessarily have to be a position, but maybe something that you kind of had as obligations that you felt you needed to meet.
Well, I spent 3 years on the varsity track team.
Yeah.
I was a pole vaulter and a sprinter. And, you know, the obligation that came there is that when you start off as a freshman, you're not formally assigned, but a lot of the varsity athletes who are upperclassmen, sometimes even just sophomores, kind of take up the ball with not just helping, you know, the new kids on the field, but they help them academically. And when it came time for me, I'd say I paid very close attention to the guys that are around me. Not just the guys, but the guys and the girls on the team. And, you know, we tutored each other and made sure we kept our grades up to the standards of the track team, made sure we were fit and eating right athletically. We'd walk into the lunchroom and make sure they weren't sitting alone. And if they were, you know, we'd bring them into the junior or the senior section, make sure they had friends and were well connected, because it's very important not to just pay attention to how your organization is focused with each individual member for what you're trying to achieve. But if they have good support with the rest of their life, it's going to make them a better active member of your team.
Right.
As well as I spent 12 years active in the Boy Scouts of America. I was the senior patrol leader of a troop of 120 kids at my local Catholic church. That allowed me to meet kids a lot from around the area. We had a lot of different kids from different backgrounds and countries, kids who were disabled and things like that. It allowed us to learn and go out into nature. But we built things together. We had to care for each other when we were injured. You know, we had kids who were in elementary school, but at the same time, we had kids all the way up to seniors in high school, as well as, you know, Cub Scouts would come along. They were young elementary schoolers, and, you know, a kid would fall and bruise himself. You'd have to bandage him up, but sometimes we'd be out there canoeing. One instance we had a kid have a snake fall into his canoe. You know, we had to get him out of this dangerous situation in a very high pressure manner without him getting injured. And
right.
It took a lot of brotherhood and teamwork to do that.
Okay. What do you expect to get out of joining this organization? What do you expect to get out of joining Sigma Alpha Epsilon?
The main thing I looked at when I was looking at different fraternities is not just how they presented themselves for the local chapters, but also the standards set by the national fraternity. And SAE obviously has a long history of excellence in not only brotherhood, but academia and philanthropy. I looked at the Patty Murphy thing. I think that is a very good precedent for philanthropy, especially with, you know, very big organizations. You can't really just put something out there, you know. I know our chapter and other chapters around like UGA and Alabama put a lot of effort and serious thought into how they go about raising money and doing things for Patty Murphy. As well as when I looked at the local chapter at Chapter Values Night, I think SAE really put themselves apart from the other chapters. I only knew one person in this chapter, and when I listened to everyone speaking up there on the stage, SAE was, in my opinion, definitely presented themselves better than most any other chapter out there.
Good to hear. So would you be interested in taking any leadership within the fraternity?
I'd definitely be interested in that. I could really see myself doing anything ranging from leadership specifically with our local chapter to possibly getting into things nationally or joining IFC.
So you kind of hit it on what you expect to get out of us, but we teach and we use the motto a lot. Like, you're only going to get out of being an SAE what you put in. So what can you bring other than just hold a position or be an IFC or maybe nationally at some point? You know, what do you bring personally, your characteristics, or that you can contribute to bring to the table for us?
I'd say I really want to bring a sense of camaraderie. A lot of fraternities that are larger don't get to know everyone. And I think especially with, people coming into the fraternity, dealing with the struggles of college, I know personally it's been hard for me to acclimate, especially since I'm commuting. It's been hard for me to acclimate to the whole community of Southern Polytech or Kennesaw and, kind of find my group. And I think I could really help incoming freshmen and even sophomores who are rushing really get to understand what they're going through in college and get a grip and get ready to better themselves as students.
What do you think makes you, or what makes you think you're an SAE?
SAE has a lot of Southern values, which is important to me. I have a historically very Southern family. And what comes with that is the qualities that arouse with chivalry and old Southern traditions, dealing with how you should treat not just, women, obviously, but how you should treat everyone in general. Everyone deserves respect regardless of whether or not you know them. And I think SAE really upholds the values that I was taught as a child and my parents continue to teach me throughout my life.
We spent this entire interview listening to all these things that are so good about you, but I want to know, what weaknesses do you have and how would you fix these weaknesses?
I'd say flaws that I definitely know I have is sometimes I can tend to just be scrambling if I'm late to something. I wouldn't say I'm consistently late or anything like that, but I could be better prepared when I'm getting ready to do things like going to class or just general going to events. I could be better prepared and get ready earlier. I know that's something I really need to work on, but I think if I get my time management down and lay out on a schedule what I need to do and where I need to be and what I need to have, I could really fix that in a timely manner.
And what are 3 words or characteristics, traits that you would use to describe a leader?
A follower. A leader should always be a follower. And I'd say a leader is homogenous. They shouldn't separate themselves from the group. A leader is just a position in the group, and they are not more powerful or in any terms different from any other member in the group. They should seem to be the same as everyone else, as well as forgiving. A lot of leaders can get too power hungry, or if they get angry at someone for opposing them, they can hold that against them, and I think that's a very poor characteristic. So I think leaders should be forgiving before anything else.
Do you understand the financial and academic obligations that go along with being in a fraternity?
Yes, sir.
So you understand you have to be above a 265 and every semester is $600?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I think everything was adequately answered throughout Rush Week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Summer. Good job. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. See you, boss.
Dude, he fucking
Best
told,
interview.
he told me a new asshole. Holy shit.
I knew we were gonna do that.
I was not
Yeah, he
expecting
talks a
that.
lot.
Dude, he didn't say like he said like a total of 3 times and his vocabulary was incredible.
He has great
Jackson's favorite words, but
But something about Jackson, something I wrote down, he is Phi Alpha thirsty.
yeah,
He wants Phi Alpha so bad.
Yeah.
he
Okay.
doesn't just want it. I feel like he doesn't just want it to have it either.
No, he wants it because
Him being at the events, I felt like he was already a brother. Like he connected with
Yeah.
everyone. He was social.
Him,
I
Joe,
connected with him a lot.
Just
And I talked to him,
It's just the thing
he
about
said that he didn't, like, the biggest thing with him and Joel was they didn't think it was being noticed at all. Until I mentioned to him at the Checker Values Night, thanks for coming around, it really means a lot, like, it just shows.
especially waiting like another 2 years.
Well, yeah, I was gonna
just
say,
to rush
all I
another.
can do is put myself in a situation like that.
What the fuck's the blood one doing in here?
That shit locked. They looking for my ass.
But all I can do is,
Shit, boy. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
all I can think of is putting myself in Jackson and Joel, right?
They really got.
Jackson Joel's position and thinking, they worked their ass off to earn Alpha and they got so close and they.
Because they had some stupid other brothers in the chat.
I can give Jackson a job too.
That was the whole point of that question of I just don't want him to feel like,
Yeah, but you just ass it in the bag ass.
I know.
You did.
Like,
You guys want to hear a funny quote from Teddy?
Yeah.
A snake fell in this kid's canoe, and it took a lot of brotherhood to get him out of that
To get out of what?
The snake fell in this kid's canoe.
But he said teamwork after that.
What did y'all think
Equal
of?
brotherhood.
What did y'all think of the 3 words he used to describe?
Oh my
leader?
God.
Follower.
Follower, homogeneous, and
Homogeneous.
Homogeneous.
He's like,
Do the same thing.
Dude, that was.
I knew.
I forgot what homogenous was until he was like, oh yeah.
And then he explained it.
This kid is extremely
He
well
didn't
rounded. That's
say
why
chip
I'm
ice. He didn't pull a chip ice and give us 5 minutes of bullshit. What else?
He gave us the word, explained what it meant.
Then went right to the next word.
Yeah.
It was very well.
Who put in work on this kid, Brandon?
He's very well spoken.
And I'm really glad that, like, you asked what stuck out, and then he was like, your chapter values, I sold it.
And then he was like, "Oh, I could be a national leader too."
I was like,
But
He really wants to go
he
national.
looked like Edward Scissorhands, dude.
He needs to get that hair. It looks a lot better when it's in a man bun, but it's down. It's bad.
it's pretty hard to work with. That hair.
Very curly.
Yeah.
And those earrings, dude. I take those out.
Oh, yeah.
They're piercings. They're not earrings.
I think the piercing.
It's one thing to have. It's one thing to have for snake life.
If he was like, if they were
Well,
like
like,
big ass
big.
gauges or something, it's different.
You can still appear well.
Oh, yeah.
But we've only got 30 minutes on this. I don't think we've missed a single person.
Times better.
4.
I wonder who's calling.
We technically, actually, says 2 to 6 on the.
Oh, shit.
That's just for Kennesaw.
Bid thing. On the bids. I mean, not the bids, on the,
Santiago's doing this. Someone just said Batista bomb.
Batista bomb?
Well, I thought Santiago wasn't that. Like, I thought he said he wasn't, like, he's not so, like, knew I think trying to talk to him.
However,
Oh, really?
as an organization, as a fraternity, we never want one of our members to kind of abandon his priorities, abandon his goals. Because we're trying to-
Well, let's see who's gone. We went through some interviews.
Let's get through some people.
That's a Hispanic kid. I want to see that blonde, the jeans.
Wait, we were watching the
Jeans, we already saw.
Yeah,
Josh.
I just went.
We already saw Josh
this is the one
Douglas
right after this?
Yeah.
after Garcia's.
I'm still waiting for Christina, dude.
Hey, like that.
Which one's Christina?
Alex.
He might not have Garcia's.
What is he wearing?
Hoodie?
Ray
jacket.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Today you're joined by.
Oh, this kid.
Educator Kennedy.
He's the skinny kid that.
Joseph, Cardi, and all of our chapter is gonna be 42.
Give thumbs up to.
So just to make you.
That's
aware.
so nerve-wracking when you say there's 42 others
What
watching
you
you
think of
right
last week,
now.
what you learned, what you see? It was a lot of fun. I had worked on my class schedule a little bit, so didn't get to check out all of them, but sometimes.
This kid reminds me of
Another
another
one.
No, he reminds me of Butts, dude.
He does.
A lot of brotherhood.
He doesn't
Wow,
seem to switch
brotherhood.
Did you notice differences as you were?
Yeah,
A lot of differences. Some
Brothers saying it too.
kind of kept to themselves. The other ones were actually looking to the rushies.
I remember, this isn't a special problem.
Without saying levels, did you see certain values that you align yourself best with?
Like, I thought they weren't.
I saw a couple, you know,
Christina's
I
actually
just, y'all's actually recruit kind of, that's really cool.
Where's Christina?
get sent out.
What about Kai?
Actually associated.
I just say question. Are they
actually gonna?
They need, they said that they were.
Yeah.
So they are interviewing?
That's right.
Kai was on-
back to try to get back home to their students or something.
I went to Chinese and go China State a lot.
Mateo.
Not really.
Okay, but Kai is such good friends with Zane, I don't think.
Here's the thing, I've literally talked to some campus and Southern Harlem that saw me, it was like, yeah, Kai's only been in our midst for maybe 10 minutes, for a couple of hours. and just-
I think he was just there for the free stuff.
Who?
It touches on every aspect.
For us?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Constantly have to be held.
Yes.
We've sold hundreds.
So right now.
We've got
I wanna know what are you doing?
Hunter's been on testing too.
Describe yourself.
He just said that he talked to Cap Six, they were like, they've only been working for like 10 minutes at a time.
Just determines.
For Kai, I don't know about
Honest. Have you ever gotten to practice those or an experience where you can share that helps us
Well,
see those kind of thoughts?
tonight,
I'm gonna say a lot of maybe.
Leadership roles and feel that.
because we
I
get
use
talked
those
to
qualities
all day.
in those leadership roles. Key Club.
They need to go out
is,
tonight.
community service.
You send them to them, they can pick them up
As much as
tomorrow.
community service hours.
So I'm saying, like, we send them to IRC at
Yeah.
night.
Junior and
You can't talk to them on Tuesday, right?
Oh, Monday.
Like thinking about those values.
Is it? I thought Wednesday was.
How do you use those positions?
On that.
Push anything?
Does the white in this,
Yeah, I think like this is a little bit darker.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but it looks good, like it goes together,
I
but
feel like I was wearing black shoes, it was a lot, it was cool together.
yeah, it's just like,
A lot of guys, like, kind of let that go to their head, didn't really work as hard.
it's already sweater.
So that definitely challenged me, keep them accountable, kind of sit here and try to party less, focus on football a little bit more. So that's one experience. Honesty, Key Club, it just goes a lot
Why not?
because you're helping others. So it's just really cool to help.
He didn't seem very.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're coming in as a freshman. Have you been exposed to outside distractions that could take you from those values of yours or even worse, your priorities?
Not yet. I haven't been here too long, so I can't honestly.
There we go.
Rewind it.
Or, there
Hey,
are other
Joel,
ones
what's
that
up?
we have outside of the Jews and
I wanna see this one, this is gonna be a good one. I wanna see Kai so bad.
please have a seat, join us. As you know, you're joined by Jacob Kennedy, Joseph, myself, Newman, or David, my middle name, part of the executive council. You're also being joined by 42 other brothers at the chat. This is being live streamed, just to make you aware. So let's just start. What did you think of Rush Week? What did you like? What didn't you like? What did you learn?
I learned a lot. I enjoyed it. I like how y'all campus first of all, Kennesaw. Y'all used the campus green pretty well. Like at the end of it, where had the letters out. Y'all had tables up, with just one table with the food. I saw you talking to the guys. I saw all of y'all like trying to like mingle with like the new people, even with me and Jackson. And one thing is, I know for y'all it's kind of hard to be on a new campus. So, but there's also one thing that we could do, like we could like use more space, like use more open ring rather than just that on part. Get try to be on another part of the campus, so just be just like people walk across from like the colleges and walk across back at the student center, things like that.
Right. And that's the experience that we're definitely going to need from you. You know, you come from the Kennesaw campus and you have so much knowledge about this place. How do you see yourself immediately contributing to this chapter?
Immediately, like y'all said before, most of y'all are engineering and computer science majors. I'm poli sci, so I'm in the social science, but I can reach those guys. I can reach some of the business majors, some of the people on campus here in Kennesaw, because I live in this area. I commute here, so yeah, I'm closer to this campus.
How would you reach out to them?
Word of mouth, talk to them. Use my skills use my social skills to talk to people, and if I'm running my letters one day, talk to them, or if I see something with somebody else where we share the same values with them, I can talk to them about that.
Right. Another thing that I've heard is, you're about to graduate. You're so close to the end. How much time do you have left for the green chapter?
well, I'm playing in town. Guys back in Toll and Almora, so we had a
Oh, shit.
come back
Been on the road now.
Well,
and that's what I was doing, like basketball stuff. But he's still trying to get on Kettle State, still trying to show quality. I see my Toll doing stuff as well. So those are my role models that I see now.
I actually do like Joel though. I actually.
Rob just skipped the other
Basic
kids.
questions,
He's like,
but
fuck this kid.
the more.
Better touch town.
What makes you want to come back? What makes you want to become a program manager?
I put in time to hopefully build something on campus and then it ended. And now I see this
Brother at
as
large.
finishing that.
Guys, I'm a brother at large now.
That journey, the last person to build his house. So
Yeah.
I'm thankful for y'all letting me come back and try to.
Can you see me? Go to this one and see if you can see me. No, not on here, on your phone.
Yeah.
I say that because I need.
It's got like a 2-minute delay. So are you looking at it?
No, I'm just showing you the summer.
It's pretty fun.
Mike read all, see it was my ass.
So I want to keep doing you guys and
Can you see it?
Some people say it.
Oh my gosh, dude. He's our avatar right now.
Mouth breathing knuckle drop. I don't know why.
What is that?
Well, thank you, I should be a public servant. So that's the thing I want to do. I'm not doing community service. That community, we did myself. Get rid of the courses.
Nothing right now, bro.
And I enjoyed that. We had kids who grew up as a challenge.
Just do an interview in there. Just pull out the chairs, sit them across from.
I'm so impressed with.
We do have financial and academic obligations that we
Oh,
like to
shit.
here students because every day we go out and we try to be the best person that we can, be a better person than what you were yesterday.
Guys, I've got to call out for.
Aware of
for-
our financial and academic obligations.
No, not Teddy.
And,
Jackson.
Mateo.
yeah,
I've got to see gold member. I wanted to say, hey everyone, I'm from Holland. Isn't that weird?
2-7, and then 600.
I had something I was
and
thinking about.
going off like how I said, motivation. What motivates you to
Jackson
come back out from, I mean, you go through the quality process, like you said, it just ended, and you know, what motivated you to be able to come back
Yeah,
out
dude,
and
this is
see,
great.
and see the second.
You know what?
And like what,
I put
it inside, and
Jack
I
Evans.
didn't mean to put Jack.
After coming back around, I see you guys that close to friendship, that close to me, and like,
Whatever we.
I see that, and I'm like,
That's what brothers are like.
I know we're gonna make this better.
Joke out to you, this was playing with like both you guys, and
Yeah.
Mark was like, call you guys up one day, like, I'm kind of a little lazy now, like, hey, I need some.
That's amazing, bro.
That's bitch. Like that, and maybe just my dad.
I can't wait to do this.
I swear to God, this picture is probably. This picture of Teddy.
You mentioned your dad teaching you some stuff.
Chill.
Did you just say Lord of the Rings?
That's hilarious.
Oh shit, dude, you'll fit right in here, man.
So, I've been so God.
We have anyone else coming to our location?
I don't know. We're going out in like an hour.
Some
Well, Alex Wilson.
growing up.
I'll have his phone number.
So I knew.
If he doesn't come, I can't go to bed.
It makes it easy as hell, right?
The team.
If he doesn't come.
One day when
Oh.
we're outside playing,
Honestly, I think he deserves it.
Deserves what?
I think he deserves a bid. I think he deserves a chance.
Short kid? Just for Jeff though, if he's come out, and I appreciate he's been dedicated to every event that he can make, but does he fit the average like SAE?
Yeah, average SAE, I feel like he fits right on with us. I feel like a lot of
Because you feel everybody fits.
Actually, no, I don't. Mateo's iffy for me.
Really, Mateo?
Mateo is much better than Alex, dude. I would take Mateo over Alex any day.
Well, yeah, if you put it that way, and Alex is also iffy too. It's just the thing is about Mateo, I really feel like he does not know exactly what he's getting into.
Perfect.
That's the thing that's bothering me.
But we can show him that video. He's already.
He can't control what he's getting.
But the thing is, he's getting into something with us, or maybe he was going into like hike, and then go through a full-fledged ship. But I mean, as far as for trainers go, he's getting into the best one.
Yeah, like we're gonna, it's like basically not babying somebody, but like teaching, like learning the ropes.
Like Will,
Teach kid how to-
he's gonna have to take a little NCAA football.
But Leo though would have a 5-year buffer of being here.
I believe I heard.
And also, Broadwell, say some shit like, oh, you think everybody should be at SAE, I'll come across there and hit you in the face for real.
Well, you quit speaking up for everybody like they belong here because you said that about every person.
I didn't say that about every person. I did say the freaking shit is, the no obvious no's this summer have gone. A lot of these kids are actually gifted.
Whoa. That is a. We missed it. We're gonna watch it.
What about Christina?
Oh shit, he's ready.
You're also being joined by our chapter, there's 32 others currently on the street. Yeah, so just to make you aware. All right, so let's begin. What did you think of Rush Week? What you learned? What did you see? What did you like? What did you like?
Rush Week was just a fun experience. Got to meet a lot of got to meet a lot of the guys, or what they're about. Just it's not all about partying like people like to say. It's just all that. A lot of things that I like. Especially you said that there's a lot of fitness connections right outside of college and everything that you get hooked up with.
Oh, he's a hand
That's just a
talker.
good thing that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
He's a.
Did you see other groups outside of the state?
I got to see Captain.
Okay, and did you, without like bashing them, or anything, did you see other values that you liked here, or differences that you saw from there that would better fit you here?
I mean, both of them, they're kind of similar, they're pretty, they do more things with just, they're kind of spread out, but you guys obviously, you're a lot more social, I guess, you're good at talking to people, good at having the connections, true job.
Right. One of the things that you just said is we are very social. So without having a friendship anymore, we need guys that are hitting the ground running. How eager are you really to learn to come back? We're asking this question to everybody, not just you. Should you not get the bid this year? What would you do in terms of leadership to make yourself more valuable next round to come back? Or would you come back?
Definitely try to come back.
I'm not saying they're not good people, bro. I'm saying
I know that's true. We talk about
I would
having
listen like that.
Try to get fit.
15%. More than 15%. I'm gonna tell you where it's
Reach out, get more involved with the guys.
What it is we have brotherhood, we have the ideals, what we lack. If you put us next to pipes,
like I said,
all
we
we
don't
have
have the
flows,
budget, we don't have that
and we
9 to 10
have the
weeks
ice
to
sauce,
really make sure
they're
that
not,
you're
they're
cut out.
not, they're all in shape.
Or that
The
you're
guys that are like
person
that coming out of high
culture.
school.
You just have to take the culture
Flock to guys like
and really
that.
adapt to it.
When we have
How do you
Tit, we
take
have
constructive
Chance,
criticism? How
Simmons,
do
Pat,
you, how flexible are
you're
you?
not
How do
gonna,
you
when you
describe
look like that, you're not gonna
Well,
flop.
all through high school, I wrestled, and that kind of just was that strength of everything.
No, no, it's true. Even if you don't even need to open your mouth, when I walk up and I see
Even if you
Pat saying this, Matt, it seems like it's weird mix of guys or whatever, but when I see Pike over here with like, I don't know, fucking 40, 50 people in a daggum tent, all the brothers in shape, look well, look good, talk well.
as a man?
The shape's not a bad part, but it was a thing
Because
when
that
that middle round robin thing. Our tent,
And then
you have
after
about
that,
6
it's
people in
obviously
front of
just
it.
having
Yeah.
Everyone else is standing behind that table.
Because everybody got something.
Success is.
Nobody wanted to go out and talk to anybody. We didn't have people that were.
We're laughing in the face.
Happiness is being happy with what you have, but
And
I
Alex can.
just want to be happy in life. It doesn't matter what I have, I just want to be able to.
But he does fit exactly what
One
we
of
got
that
now.
life values is more so your
The guys.
what are
See, the thing is,
Yeah.
he fits our
His
creed.
attitude.
He's not a bad face. He's not a good talker, but a face he is.
To be honest, you know, more than people like that.
I mean,
I think the way he dresses.
Pretty much just help people out.
Jeans and boots,
Anyone who needs help.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Casey and Trevor.
And Converses and
So
shorts.
honestly.
Well, I mean, Andre came in wearing cargo shorts.
Yeah, why did he get a bit?
Honesty, helpfulness, and
Cause he's a damn good interviewer, like his interview brought everybody.
Andre is just an
if I were to say
great brother.
anything, just, you know.
Now he is, and he was, it took some work on
Correct me
him
if I'm wrong, where you're coming in as a
to get
freshman.
him to finally come around the corner here.
If you don't mind me getting a little personal here, if you could just kind of describe for us,
Would you look like
maybe
this?
some family times, or like how you were raised, from your family, maybe some values they instilled within you, events that happened, just stuff like that, that's kind of shaped and formed you into the man you are today.
Well, as I was growing up, my father, he was raised in South Georgia, and, you know, he brought up, you know, his father brought him up on the whole, you know, be a man, learn how to do stuff yourself kind of thing. He kind of instilled that in me, you know, don't let people give stuff to you, you gotta have to work for it, you know, and, events in my life, not too much has happened. I mean, really, ultimately, both of my grandfathers are dead, so I don't really have a lot of experience from them on that part, but, I don't know what I would tell you about events, like.
I mean, just any kind of pivotal moments, growing up, successes, failures, anything like that, that have kind of, you had to look back, kind of look, or self-examine yourself and take what you learned or your core values and make yourself a better man.
Well, ultimately, earlier in high school, I almost came close to failing a class, and I had to, you know, really rethink. I have to take life seriously, take these grades seriously, and everything like that. And so, I mean, from that, I just, you know, I've been more serious. I've always been kind of, you know, punctual with all my stuff. Just, you know, move on from that.
So he's
Yeah,
had.
one of the things that I can't harp on enough is the kind of recruit we have to take in now without the pledge. We're looking for very established guys. So outside of SAE, or as a matter of fact, within SAE, we have a thing where every brother has to be part of an outside organization. Do you see yourself going to other organizations on campus and growing from that?
I mean, I would definitely like want to look into that. I don't know all the groups on campus right now, so I couldn't tell you which one I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely something I'll look at.
Okay. So, any specific area that matches your strengths as who you are, something that you like and you're passionate about?
I mean, like I said earlier, I like to help people. If there's something there, you know, kind of like an outreach kind of thing, I'll go ahead and like stuff like that.
Okay.
So.
One thing you said earlier was one thing that you look for in yourself is financial stability, to be studious. We do have standards that we set for ourselves. Just we want to better ourselves as men, not just in school, but later on down the line. So we do have financial dues, and we do have a GPA standard.
Shafted him. You're saying
Are you aware of these standards?
6-year-old.
I know it's less GPA standards, is that correct? This is right.
They did them dirty.
I did it.
They did them wrong.
Right. So I was just wondering what your opinion was.
They let, hold on.
They let him, they let him.
They let him on, they let him down, they let him on, and,
And then cut them off the financial status, I can definitely do that. And
He didn't follow through with the promises.
I ran around 3.2, 3.3, that area.
I guess I just want to know why SAE.
I mean, honestly, what really set it forward
He's very
for me
fast.
was when I got my tour. DeMarcus was my tour guide, and he said he was part of SAE, so I started to look into it.
So you're going for the school,
Yeah, I
or
can
for
say
the
it.
house? Oh, okay.
And so, you know, I
I
looked
thought
up
that shit out all the time. I thought sitting off that's one cock out there, just like slinging it towards the kids.
Really,
So,
I like
our,
No, it's, I got that.
This is great group of guys, just
Trying to
do what I felt.
Jackson, hook up with people, and Sway's sister working there.
All right.
With where?
Thank you so much for your time.
He doesn't even go out of the screen. Dude. You're such a dick.
Dude, my computer's still alive.
You gotta shut up.
It is charging.
Oh, it's charging up. What? It's turning cold.
The DC way. And I'm prepping that right now.
Just said I like the way he presented himself, but he's like, he had a rebuttal to that. Maybe just not yet. There you go. That's a good way to do it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Not yet, not yet.
Maybe we can change that opinion.
So here's David, the German.
Really?
Yeah.
I only met him once. I didn't see him come to any events.
He came.
He comes to the house.
One. He
Did
came.
you like, did you learn?
He was at.
Oh, him.
He was at the.
It was interesting. I know, like, what I studied in Germany, what I saw there, and, it's a cool experience, it was interesting. Just
That's not a German I know.
He's kind of
Like,
quiet.
it was like, it's kind of like longer events, and that they were at like,
He's well
people
man.
in class, but other than that,
I could do it. I'm like 22. I
Drinking
wouldn't do it for the rest of now. Take some series.
especially if you were going through like sporting things. I mean, just, cool guys, to hang out with, I mean,
You said you're taking
it's
some
down to earth,
serious
people I could
You said you're taking
see
some
myself hanging
serious
out with the next couple of years and
Yeah, I'm taking
having good relationships and everyone.
Did you get to go to the chapters other than?
We're the
He's trying to find
DC
cool guys to hang out with down
Yeah,
there.
he works, he do mechanical.
Well, I mean, I didn't say I'm taking
Without bashing them or without saying.
I didn't say I'm taking
Just like different,
do it right now.
I see.
I'm 20. I'm about to be 22, so I can start the process now.
they had different like, how they act, like, they were different characteristics of fraternity, so they had like how they act, how they, yeah.
Yeah, we're just trying to get really specific at what you saw and what you liked, to just really get a sense of what you're looking for. So what did you see that you did like, whether it was us or somebody else?
It was like people I could have a good conversation with, it was really good, people that were interested. And I guess who I was getting to know me to see that I fit into the fraternity.
I was wondering, Bob, over
Getting to
like
know them, and obviously, and that was a good, like, mostly like the, not like
Leave us at 5 o'clock.
events that
so
were
we're going
like
to
sporting
go
events,
figure it out.
events that were where you can like sit down and hang out rather than having to yell across the field to have a conversation.
Right. What are the things that you did like? I want to hear those too, not necessarily from us or any fraternity, like, I don't want to hear letters, but what did you like?
I mean, like I said, the events that were sporting
More
events,
so like the character of people or like those that help themselves.
I don't know, it's a tough one.
He's trying to get a comparison of what.
Besides people that I didn't like,
It's
people
not
that
time to
find,
it's time to figure out who they are.
yeah, connection with that. I mean, it's very subjective, so
You guys wanna move on?
it's like what I saw, it was that guy, so
Okay.
that's pretty much it. It's not very.
I guess to get to the root of the question, why SAE?
You just said, I don't want to hear like.
I saw what I liked, I talked to them.
Come on.
I think a lot of the brothers, and I had a conversation, most of them, that was,
Click,
yeah.
Did you learn anything about us?
I can't.
Yeah, I mean,
click on it. Is that?
Oh, Andrew Espinoza. I wanna hear this fucker.
so it was definitely good for meeting a bunch of people.
He's my neighbor at U Club.
Pretty cool. I see him in my place off the downtown too.
You're also being joined by 42 other brothers who are being live streamed right now, just to make you aware. They have a viewing party right now.
It's like all people love
We're having a
it.
party at the house right now.
We just want to know what you thought about Rush Week, recruitment week, what you learned, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you saw.
All for one day, I'm getting drunk, just ripping. How many times the potential says,
Here's all the
Or Paul is definitely new for me, you know.
That is.
I was really
So it was definitely much.
Like
Especially all the time. And at first, I'm like,
snowberry
"Oh,
tea,
it's very
old five
So
years.
So
good. Tastes like a sweet tea snow pie.
easier to talk to everyone. Get more comfortable. Were you able
I like
to
this
do
guy.
other chapters?
Andrew?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know.
He like suicide us. He wants SAE. He's all about us.
What makes you
Suicide rush,
Papa
just-
Cosby.
What makes you want
That's
to
funny. Like, don't say suicide. That's the sorority.
He cut his into his wrist.
He's like, I did this for you. I'm like, oh shit, he's nuts.
I'm thinking about
So I go.
Hold on,
There's also some
What did you learn about that? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely thought that.
You know what, Rush, you getting fucked up with bro. And then we get some markets.
It's not about party, it's about, learning who you are. I think Jamie told me that. The person that you discover the best,
Shit, business.
throughout your time is yourself.
person who's stuck with us. The person you get to know.
Were you a gender values mission?
Yes.
Okay, it's not necessarily bad that you didn't go to other fraternities and chapters. It's just that we pride ourselves on who we are. We pride ourselves on the true gentleman. We pride ourselves on our morals and our values. And we were just like, at chapter value night, were there anything that set us apart, like that you could see or maybe heard of?
Probably when Adam said how, you guys don't hold yourself higher than anyone else. You just try to get better than you were yesterday. Throughout the whole week. But did it come off as other fraternities like, oh, we're better? Is that
Oh
what
my God, stop trying to compare right now. Ask these questions later.
No, exactly.
Figure out who they are, not what they thought about us.
Somebody text that man.
If they thought bad about us, they wouldn't be sitting there right now.
Let's so just like initial thoughts, what does that mean to you that, you're rushing a fraternity that doesn't push? I guess it's, from what I've heard, bloodship, it's a good thing, because, you hear the stories about bloodship and AIDS and stuff like that.
Give us a second to prep.
On Broadway? So I can with you too, because it's a bloodship process.
Wait till someone you talk about no shit.
It's not
It's your balls.
Dude, I'm like, do you remember talking to him and you selling it to him?
you don't get everything.
Was that the night you came over?
Yeah,
The KA night.
that's sold to him.
You talked to everybody. You talked to me, Marcus, Sam, JP, you, Adam. You talked to all of us.
Based off that.
When we first met him outside your place for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Very
yeah,
looking for guys.
Oh, yeah.
In their academics and their plans to be.
brotherhood.
And then he decided to come over to our Marcus's place and
Because obviously we're at
everybody. And he was like, oh, you guys can listen to the rest of the night.
Well, I want to do is I really want to get this one.
Drinking during rush.
Back in this all state, because I know, I remember seeing your reaction to some of the events, like not many people should have. And, I feel like the quality is here, that SAE can be the best fraternities that can all state. And so I want to help, make,
Who else is going?
or just let me hear, expose on campus.
Christina?
Oh.
More events, socials with.
So we're gonna do them over here.
Yeah, I was probably one of
I still think you guys have to do
Christina,
all
where to? I did Wilkerson.
That's what I'm also interested
Which one's Christine?
It was good. It was well. Probably.
Which one is Christine?
last week, so
I was real
I'm
guy.
an activist. But yeah, they also do charity.
You gotta play football with us.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, you were out there.
No, you
so
don't.
it's like in high
Hey,
school,
what's the QB?
being involved
We'll play
in
tonight.
issues like that, sports, and you were able to kind of get involved in take the reins and
He was the one that was quarterback when I wasn't
junior
quarterback.
cabinet, and senior cabinet, but junior cabinet is gonna do a lot more. We were in charge of planning for prom,
And we got into groups, and I was.
I love it. Andrew is probably one of our top dicks.
I'm
gonna get down on my knees and suck his dick. Go for it. You can massage his balls for me.
I want to use suck a one ball.
Y'all just wait.
Remember when I say to Rush, we want these potential balls in our mouth, get them over here. All in the zeal at the mouth, ejaculate.
So have you ever dealt with, the party life, that kind of lifestyle, and has it deterred you, and have you come back to it on your way back? What I'm trying to get at is, are you capable of dealing with distractions?
I would say I'm sophomore. My
One
freshman
of
year.
the staff, they took off strip jazz and then got 3 fines.
So,
Are we talking to anyone else here?
We're just chilling watching.
I was wondering.
Speaking of grades,
You said Joel went already?
we do, try to be better than we were yesterday.
How do you do
So every day we wake up and we have standards for ourselves, and as a chapter, we have standards for our chapter. So it would be.
I still want to know
obligation.
You've been talking way too much. You need to chill.
Our GPA requirement is right now is 2.7 in our.
We're moving that up.
Semester.
It's all not to
Would you be able to meet?
not to ask you questions.
Yes.
No, let's call it.
Okay. What is your GPA as of right now? 3.2.
Turn up.
Well, okay. Well,
What do you say? That's the GPA right now.
Is Kai up there? Do we know?
Yeah, another added benefit is that we pride ourselves on being involved on campus, but
Is
part of that involvement is through on-campus jobs. So if you really have that will to be here, we'll definitely.
Well, we also thought Trevor was
I'm
trying.
glad that Trevor and Casey
Great. Yeah.
One.
They just met, no, they met, they weren't friends before.
Yeah, I know.
Two good old country boys.
Like they want a package deal.
So if you could just.
They were calling Sat. Calling Sat was Christine's friend. How was Christine's friend?
Yeah,
I didn't want to come around.
Colin Sapp's trying to be
Yeah,
on
we were
my mind.
raised.
That's what he's trying to do. Hunter's trying to talking to him.
Values or ethics, still with our experiences, then they have.
Oh, particularly
great value, great value of your life, and really how all of that is kind of turned it into mandate yours.
Well, then shut the fuck up.
I'm really
I'm
just
talking
go
about-
outside.
Listen to this.
You pull it up on your
Power
phone.
numbers.
But what I was saying is, they might, because you want to do another rush. So
Here.
Sat, let's see how much fun Christine has, or how much he wants to be part of it. Same thing with Trevor.
Yeah.
My mom gave birth to a little girl, and she had triceps sex. It's like a chromosome, but the extra part that shouldn't be
So
there.
he's the one with the.
So that kind of is hard
Yeah,
financially.
they had the
and
kid, was that Nate? Nate?
Timmy.
Yeah, we
Tim.
didn't spend much money on a lot.
As a kid?
We ended up doing, they stayed with my grandma.
Those
Came
ones-
around
those
like-
ones had Dean Nate also.
Public schools.
Oh, you
Nice.
Oh, you
Is
did
it
it?
like,
Oh, is he coming?
is,
You know, that also.
There probably was a shit ton of people waiting.
You should have a lot of those from here.
We should go over there and
At a
see
young
the
age,
other room.
they still are, you know, in the best room you choose to.
Are we the only ones that interviewed
Yes,
today?
absolutely.
Oh, everybody's in here today.
Except for Bill and
Yeah, that's it.
I hate that other fraternities go here.
Do they have
I feel like
any
I was so original in our fame.
there was.
It could also be,
No one else there. New was like,
I think your mom drinks a lot. So my dad cried.
So Marshall's asking.
New apparently is looking at the 80 guy, the 80 bids.
I talked to Marshall.
Yeah, he's talking some really personal shit.
That's
Talking about seeing his dad cry his first time, his sister being born with like something extra. Like,
Yeah, we got
his
that.
parents going through a lot, he had to take care of his parents, like.
High school, graduated, 14.
You guys have to sell me on this.
Like, he's a yes.
I'm already sold.
My dad's a
Like,
shop, so I still.
And I want you to feel in person, we're not over.
Yeah. the
Teaching
team.
tires, it was a small shop.
I'm ready to say
It was like,
file.
it was hot.
No,
Because it's
I don't
not
want to
that
say file
it's
until
just
at
a lot.
least after
Yeah,
the
so,
album.
yeah, I learned a lot from that.
So you,
And,
so
so around after I graduated, I got a job at
Five
Steak and
apples.
Shake, because my parents.
Say five
I
hours.
wanted to. I need a job.
They have the file for red, is when they can say file.
What?
When they file for red is when they can say file.
Never working in a restaurant.
When I left today, Jim was like, so, you know, these guys got 96 hours to fucking days.
Or some people, you call them?
Who?
Shell teammates?
Why didn't June have no SAE? Why didn't David do SAE?
Dirty Rush.
Well, we all got dirty rush the same way June did.
David,
June feels like he didn't fit in.
we got everyone.
You know what?
We got who we got, 'cause they're good.
What do you mean, bro? We got.
We wouldn't have had a spring last year.
Oh, yeah, that.
What they use John Elson. Probably 4 years.
And then we'll be with I had to have like an hour long talk with I told him. No, I did another one like personally. Because Sam said he would do it, Doug did it.
I don't even remember David going around. I remember Drew going around, but not David.
But David went straight.
I think he regressed a little bit.
I think he did until they did the merge. I think he's fitting in really well over
He's
there.
back after John.
You're good. We understand.
You're gonna regret doing that the whole time.
If I have to bring you back on track, I just wanna know what makes you disgusting. That's one of the things that our band.
I know you should have said that.
True. And then, if it ain't that be indispensable, what would be just completely indispensable opportunity, should you get it?
I feel like I have a lot of connections around here, especially to,
Well, the question is about
So what makes you indispensable?
not just stories, but also, yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta look up the definition for indispensable.
Someone is dispensable.
Maybe the better, like, phrase to the question, like, what makes you unique? Like, why do we?
Yeah.
Why would you? Exactly.
I think it's good.
See, he asked for the definition too.
Take your time for the point.
I think you should. Not smooth.
This is the one right now, we call it everybody. Because we're behind right now, I think.
Did you bring your essay, by the way?
Did you bring your essay, by the way?
Oh, yeah,
What?
Like a written essay, like just kidding.
I thought you guys were being racist for a second.
Oh, essay.
Yeah, I was
Like essay?
Run chill.
This is what I have a lot to offer. Like I said,
But what?
I'm a sophomore.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Good.
That's not the answer. I'm a sophomore.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much for your time. Yes.
Yeah, like what? No, what? I have a lot to offer. What do I have a lot to offer? I get a 12 pack an hour.
You know what I would
Job, man.
Do you like poutine?
I love it.
Your name does not like poutine.
Huh? That's what close.
Kennedy think,
I don't know why he does it.
Because he's Asian.
I think he thinks that protein has been just using it.
That's what he said. He said he thinks that he's been coming around for the first shit.
Just please,
No, I mean not. If you come to the
No, I
interviews,
mean,
you're not
no,
coming around.
no, I think he means the past couple of years. But honestly, I think he's been
Past couple of years.
He's been trying to find out, yeah. I think he's been trying to find out who he is. Get sent into school. I really like him too.
Are you here for this?
I'm still trying to find out what happened to the Kellers. Nobody made a single comment.
Is he good? I would give him to you.
We could have told him
I know, but I'm saying I would have. If you were.
Hey, Kai's next.
Oh, shit.
Make sure it's the guy we can do.
You hear Ying Chen like, yeah, I just want to fucking rage.
I heard there was some cool guy named Logus. Logus. Why haven't I met Logus?
Welcome, Alex. How are you? As you know, you're joined by part of the Executive Council, Jacob Kennedy, David Boulevard, Joseph Hart. Let's begin. Did you bring your cover letter and resume?
Where's?
It's a business interview.
What? And then you do that every time?
Anyway.
No.
That's
what we call there is a resume. No, we didn't do it for ass.
He's like, I didn't want to wear a bridge.
Why are they gonna ask
I
that?
enjoyed meeting everyone, you know.
I'm talking about you.
Like it's a business interview.
That sets it awkward for the whole rest of the interview.
In this summer.
He's
I
gonna
mean,
walk
that's what
around
we
with
were all that. That was
I'm glad you had fun. I also just want to hear what you learned, what you saw.
So,
Specifically, the differences. Did you get to go to other trainings?
I did.
Yeah. Like, differences you noticed.
What's his last name?
we don't wanna hear letters, but we do wanna hear letters that you notice that the process has made us stand down.
Well, I mean, obviously it started with like, knowing people that
This is first semester.
Yeah.
High school.
you guys, you seem a lot
You
closer.
can't even get the defense all over the 2-6, man.
Yeah, with like a.
Well, probably not anymore, but.
Well, here's the thing though too, wouldn't Chris Carter like not allow him to like, would he cut him off? Like,
Yeah, well, this is the list, I'm trying to get it up, but.
yeah, he wouldn't be made it this far in a rush.
Yeah, it would have, because he just got it done.
Oh, shit.
Value to that, then you guys, you guys can still do it obviously, but they prioritize that
Higher,
over
Hunter.
things
Not
that are quickly grades.
I think you need a 3-0 high school.
That's something that we do pride ourselves on, you know, being well-rounded,
It's
balanced.
close to a 3.
So I think it's
Kind of bouncing off that, how you originally started very good.
What's his last name?
Certain values, certain qualities. Well,
Watch this thing has like a run something on that day.
I played football and I had like,
Your club.
like that I was real close with. You know, we did everything together and that's sort of
What's
what I was
Colin?
looking for, coming to Rush.
Yeah.
And so,
Already getting.
Ah, fucking love
you guys were
Yeah.
really obviously, so I like that.
2-2.
You know, that's what I'm
Taylor
looking for.
played
And I'm
T.
also looking for
His,
leadership
this is red, but it says 3-5.
value myself as a person. To be ready
Yeah,
when
you
it
can't
goes over.
Wait, what's the 2-4-4 right
And
there?
that's a big thing.
Colin was
It's
there.
really important.
KCG.
One of the most
Yes,
difficult things. I
3-5, but
see
it's a
is
2
almost
something.
So, yeah, the 2-4.
freshmen is the distractions that come from college life.
High school.
You're right, this is a social organization, there are getting parties, but how can we rest assured
No,
that those distractions?
I want to see more, unless he takes over classes.
There's no way you would come out with a 2-4.
Holding the standards that we set forward.
Well, if he thinks it's just a 2-5.
I prioritize myself, like, the grades are more important and being an
It was at 31.
like, that's
That's what I
hard,
told you.
so there's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I
What's
put in a lot of
Joel's last name?
time to prioritize that, George already in events, like, I go home.
And shout out to all the girls who were doing everything we did last night. But they do that every Sunday, every weekend, every year. Makes me sick.
When the distractions get introduced, like, you should still be able to stay on top of it.
2-5-6.
Have you already been exposed to it in high school?
James.
Parties.
Yeah, that's the lifestyle.
Joel?
James.
Once
He can't get
school was
big.
over, I had a lot of free time.
What's the Kennesaw?
2-6-5.
I still managed, you know, I graduated with a 3.5.
Yeah.
I made 1850 SAT,
Uh,
28 ACT, so, you
Jackson.
know,
Jackson
I
Summer.
was still able.
Oh my God, if he doesn't have a GPA.
Another thing that I just kind of noticed was the leadership aspect. Maybe you've heard the analogy
He doesn't have it.
of chiefs and Indians. A lot of people think leadership is the chief role. They say what.
Oh.
They say what goes. Real leadership also is within the Indian culture. How do you fit that piece, or how could you see leadership being defined by not being the chief?
Those are 2 guys we need.
That Ethan Walter kid, he's got a 3.8.
There's no way.
Coaches, and then I was a captain.
We didn't give the interview, he stopped coming around, but that's why.
No, he had his interview.
Captains, we were sort of like.
Ethan, no, I don't think it's the same year, this is the year that came around for like.
No.
Well, we would lead, obviously, like, we would lead
This is
the
the
rest
guy
of
who
the
did
coaches, ultimately, they were the real leaders.
Yeah.
There's no
You're
way.
respecting the decisions.
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me? KSU would kick his ass out by now.
Standards too, that we have to.
Yeah,
They kick out at 2.
He transferred. His GPA should have transferred.
Push ourselves to be the better.
He came from a different college.
Yeah, I know.
Like comparing ourselves to.
Was it Darden somewhere down south there?
Yesterday. So,
Ethan
we'll
Walter.
do very,
With 3.8, so this is 2.94.
financial, obligation to make sure we're financially stable and able to, pay our dues and, through our
Transfer.
GPA, make sure that we are.
How's his GPA is,
Our
transfer
GPA,
GPA is 2.4, but
is
it's,
currently.
I guess the credits they transfer.
And our.
There's no way.
financial
There's no way.
dues are $600.
You probably said 3.0.
You feel like you
What?
be in a place.
You probably said 3.0.
Wait, hold
They
up.
have a job.
He's working on campus, like little internship, working for the sports department and everything. You gotta have at least 2 over work jobs, like 2 solid.
Yeah, you're supposed to have over a 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's
Any campus job gets up to 2.5.
There's no way.
You don't want this to be like, if you have the will for this, you know, we'll help you out any way we can.
So Jackson and Joel are
SAE and the fact that we pride ourselves on being involved on campus. Part of that is on-campus jobs, so we will get those connections. We just really want to make sure that your will is to be in.
That hurts.
Yeah,
Like 4 or 5 of our defensive.
Solid.
Kind of go down to the personal area. Can you just kind of describe to us briefly, or however much you can tell you, like, kind of family life, how you grew up, morals and values instilled into you by your parents or by others around you, any moments in your life that kind of caused you to challenge those, and grow from that.
Become the man.
Well, family life, as far as that goes, I got a mom and dad, they're still together. They're sister, they're younger than me, so, you know, they were like, you know, my dad was a hard working guy, and he instilled like that hard work value, and he put a big emphasis on perseverance through adversity. So he's raised me up through that. My mom's she's a caring woman, she's real nice. She was a nurse, she cared a lot about people, so that sort of translated to what she's taught me as well. And then, like, let's see, I guess working through, you know, some of the values, again, comes from football. That's sort of where most of my time was dedicated in high school. You know, I get injured a lot, and I wanted to play college football, but the injuries set me back. There was times when I was like, you know, I was just lost and didn't know what I wanted to do, but after a while, I figured out that there was life after football and school and all that, and then I could get, you know, I can still be happy with life, doing just a regular job and all that instead of sports.
I'm sure you learned that we don't have those 8 to 10 weeks to just say, oh, your wasn't cut out for it. So we really are looking for guys that are going to hit the ground running. What experiences have you had that you could add to us?
They get paid. They're just no. Everything. They're just not on the IFC active roster.
The treasurer, you're good with money.
Yeah. Thinking about it, we can do it technically, but
I've helped out with the community back where I'm from, football. Events, did a lot of cleanups. You know,
We hosted that.
we hosted a camp with, it's like.
We just didn't want the IFC roster.
Players that are out of my school. So I've done a lot of that.
there was no roster.
National.
Yep. That's what Collins just said. We're still bidding them.
Oh, yeah. Chris Harder not tell us who we can and cannot initiate. The only thing Chris Harder can do is,
Who can be on the
Who
can be on the IFC
tell
roster?
us they cannot affiliate. Well, yeah, with the ISC office, yeah, we can't be ISC office. All we have to do is initiate them, suspend them. Just great switching, it's not doing. Yeah, that's all right, just let me know if y'all just recognize me these names, so we can go through them all. Connor Ambrosino, Gabriel Argueta.
Yes.
Yeah, but he didn't come to no events. He's like,
Isn't that the guy with the weird hair?
no, that's Brandon Garcia. Gabriel played football for Georgia Southern.
Stephen Bannister. Colin Barrett, Chase Black. Keller Bolt.
Keller doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choke his ass out.
281 high school, 250 college.
250 in high school?
Yeah, no, 281 high school, 250.
Why does 281 transfer to 250 in college?
Because they took away electives.
Yeah, like AP.
So that's like Hope GPA.
Yeah,
No, because Hope GPA includes PE and stuff. It doesn't?
Hope is just core.
yeah, Hope's just core, no 7 points for AP, anything.
Nicholas Brewer, Michael Bratsis. I need y'all to write his names down. Somebody write them down. Just write it, you can write on that. I need them here. Yeah, that's fine. Just say Keller. No, just say, yeah, just write the name. I'll write it on. So Keller so far. Matt Calhoun. No. Oh, fuck. Ying Chin. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Asian kid.
High school, but what's college?
258 high school. I can get 258 high school. I understand that. High school's so fucking easy. Adam Chokri, Hunter Clough, Jacob Cohen. Fuck, what was that Jacob kid's name we interviewed?
Jake, his name was Jake.
Okay, you sure?
Probably just text
Yeah,
us.
it was one of those.
You can turn up, you can do stop broadcasting, Jeff.
Brandon Coe, Adam Dagelis, David Bill,
How the hell do you stop this from ghosting?
Judy Reed,
You have to turn the brightness up first.
Jody Reed.
Oh.
Brandon Garcia.
No,
That's a short Jack kid.
yeah.
268. Zeke Gormley, Gary and Grace